Um, so I can't believe you haven't watched Dirty Dancing.
I
That was
know.
number one.
Listen,
my first
there's
thought.
there's a list of movies like that you can just be prepared to not believe. Okay, I haven't seen Breakfast Club.
Okay.
Haven't seen 16 Candles. I mean, there's just
Yeah.
a list of
I can
those
understand
movies.
those. Those are pretty old movies.
Oh,
But
are
Dirty
they?
Dancing.
Okay. You know, it's yeah. I mean, you know me. I'm a caveman. I mean, I'm an unapologetic caveman. Even last night when the girls were going to watch it, it's like, you know, you want to sit down and watch a movie with us? Sure. What are you going to watch? Dirty Dancing? Nah. You know, no thanks. I got other things to do. I got other things to not do. Like, you know, watch that movie. So yeah. So Ava was, you know, watching it with Linda, which neither Linda nor I mean, I obviously not having seen it, and Linda not really remembering, you know, how, you know, I mean, it's Dirty Dancing. Of course, it's like seductive, and you know, so it's, you know, we were questioning at points: is this the right age? Is this age appropriate? But you know, Ava wanted to watch the movie. You know, one of her friends must have seen it, and she's like, you know, sit down and watch it with me. So I was like, okay, fine. And then we started watching, and she saw, she's super into Gilmore Girls. Did you ever watch that one? Did Mary ever watch that?
I don't know.
Either one of you?
So.
Anyway, it's a pretty good series back in, I think, the like early 2000s.
Okay.
And Emily Gilmore is a character in that, and that's I don't even remember who she was in the movie, but Baby's mom is Emily Gilmore in this series. So Ava saw that, and so she's hooked. She's like all in, because this is got people she knows now from shows she's into now that were, you know, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So she's hooked. But, you know, I was skeptical at first, like at the beginning, you know, when Patrick Swayze walks in and he's like so cool, and the guy yells at him, you know, to keep his hands off the patrons, you know, and I was like, I bet he doesn't keep his hands off the patrons, you know, like I'm pretty sure I know where this movie goes.
Based on the title of the movie, I don't think he's keeping his hands or other things off or out of the patrons.
Right. And then at the dance, you know, when they're at that like first dance after that, and it's like, I was like, oh, here comes Swayze, and like 1 second later, here he comes walking through. So I'm feeling like I've got this movie, like, I've seen it before, you know, but it was good, man. I mean, I think kind of like guys are resistant to movies like that, but I'll tell you this, you know, watch that with your lady and just see where that ends up. And I'll just leave that right there. You know, I think we underestimate that, and we try to get our women to watch Braveheart and Gladiator with us, and you know, where does that leave you for the rest of the evening?
Right.
But
so Lydia was trying to determine if it was age appropriate for Levi to watch. Is that what you?
No. Yeah. Well. So yeah, Lydia walked in like later on in the movie, and she's like, she said, "Is this appropriate?" And Linda said, "Not for you." And she said, "No, I meant for Levi." So I just decided the rule is if it's not appropriate for you, it's your responsibility to know that and leave.
Yeah.
That was the rule I put there.
Yeah.
Does that sound like good parenting?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're uncomfortable, leave.
Your endorsement. Right. Accountability. That's what I'm all about. Yeah. And but at one point, you know, that part where Baby's getting the money from her dad, the $250, and Ava was like, I'm so confused, because she just, you know, she didn't know what was going on. It's heavy stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, so she had sex with the waiter boy and got pregnant. And she's like, Dad, just tell me they're pregnant. Like, I think I was explaining. I think I was giving.
I know how people get pregnant.
No, that's what I had to ask her. I was like, you know, that's how that process happens, right? Because we've had the conversation.
Yeah.
And she's like, Dad. So, yeah, but I mean, that was, and then when nobody puts Baby in the corner, it's funny, like how those things get into kind of the ether and the zeitgeist, right? Like I've said that a million times in my life, and I was like, oh, that's where that comes from, you know?
You've used that before?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just know the line,
But
right?
You've never seen the movie?
And didn't know the right content. I'd always said it like about me, like I was baby, like nobody puts baby in the corner.
Oh gosh. Yeah,
anyway,
that's a classic, man. That's a classic.
It really is. I gotta say, man, I liked it. I loved it. I give it 7.9 out of 10 stars.
Yeah.
Arbitrarily.
No, that was a great movie. Patrick Swayze. I remember watching it. Gosh, I think I was in 6th or 7th grade, maybe, when it came out. Yeah. Maybe later than that. But I remember, like, just thinking, like, this is graphic. Like when they're dancing, when they walk into that dance club,
man, and they put that in
on each other.
Oh, that, yeah. But there's definitely and the part where Patrick Swayze's sitting there and he's watching the two girls dance together.
Yeah,
I was like, that's in there for the men.
Yeah, that's for me.
That's good stuff.
That's for me personally.
Oh my god! And some of the lines in there, I mean, the cheese factor was strong, but it was good. It's good stuff too. Like when he's like, the best place to practice lifts is in the water.
Yeah.
Like, of course it is. Right. Of course it is.
Right. With you wearing a white T-shirt.
Right.
And me not wearing anything.
Exactly. That's the best place to really hone our technique.
As cheesy as it was, the last dance scene when they all come down the aisle dancing, didn't that give you chills, kind of?
It did, and I was like,
why am I getting chills?
Right, how did they all know this dance, and why is that so? Why am I just following them?
Why is that so freaking awesome? Why do I want to make my next entrance just like that?
Oh my god, you do. And then, I mean, come on, how do you not just kind of get emotional? Which they make the lift at the end, right? Yeah, when they, I mean, come on, you're waiting for it the whole movie, and she nails it. It was good. Yeah, so I would say that gets the overstating the obvious. It sounds like a resounding endorsement. So any of the men out there listening to this right now that have been under the same impression,
so you're going to have to be under age 40 to probably not have watched it before.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
I think I was probably 15 or 16 when it came out, 17 maybe.
Yeah, I think you would have had to have been around there probably for it to be in your line of sight.
So I remember it being an issue in the Christian circles.
What year did it come out? We should have. We're so bad at this, man. How are we so bad at this? I could have just done just pulled up the Wikipedia page.
I know.
I'm gonna pull it up right now, but it's funny because I think
87.
there's some movies. 87.
Yeah. So I was 14.
So see, I saw. Let's see. I feel like I saw movies around that time that were. I just think I saw movies that were more graphic in the gory sense, like when I was very young, which is why Braveheart and Gladiator is my sweet spot. Just was never.
Well, there's nothing about Dirty Dancing. How old? When were you born?
82.
82. Yeah. There's nothing about Dirty Dancing that's got you excited at 5 years old.
Well, I mean, no, definitely not. Definitely not. But yeah, I would say, if, guys like me, man, skeptics, were too young at the time, never seen it alike.
And that's as good as any stupid movie that's out right now. Jeez. Movies.
Dude, you know what movie I do want to see along these lines is A Star is Born. Bradley Cooper.
Yeah. We watched Bohemian Rhapsody the other night.
Dude, I'm trying to talk about A Star is Born. What are you doing here?
That's another movie.
I know. Are we just listing movies? I had something to say about A Star is Born.
Okay. I want to see that too, but it's not for rent yet. It's only for buy. You can only buy it.
But actually I did want to say about A Star is Born, the soundtrack because like you know me, I'm country all the way
Yeah.
when it comes to music, and I'm a country snob, so I don't like the mainstream stuff. I'm outlaw country. Like there's a crop of new good young country
You know, like
artists.
Florida Georgia Line.
Well, I mean, I like it like I like Bud Light. You know what I mean? Like when I'm out, you know, on Friday night, you're tailgating somewhere. You know, you wanna grind on your lady and drink a beer. Like, you know, that's the move. FGL all the way.
Just twang some fake country.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But if you want to listen to real music, that's not it. I think we can all agree with that.
Yeah.
It's guilty pleasure music. You know what I mean? It's
easy.
Easy.
It's lazy.
Lazy music.
Yeah.
But anyway, Lucas Nelson, Willie Nelson's son, helped to write that, and he's like absolutely like in that crop of good musicians. But Bradley Cooper did a lot of the music on that soundtrack. You know, him and Lady Gaga, and it kind of like, because Bradley Cooper, I think he's kind of a guy we all want to be, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't you want to? I mean, you look at him, and I mean, he's pretty handsome devil.
Yeah.
He's hilarious in The Hangover. Like he's definitely a guy's guy. And he starts singing, and he's good. I don't know if you heard that song Alibi. Like, that's a good one.
No.
There's an alibi. I mean, he's good, man. And I'm just like, quit showing off, you know?
Yeah.
Like, quit freaking showing off, man.
Right. You're the sniper.
You're
awesome.
You know, The Hangover.
Hangover. What was that other one where he took the pills? And he was like super smart? That was like not Unbreakable. Invincible? No. You got his page pulled up there?
I'm pulling it up now. But yeah, I don't know. I like him, and I think that actually made me like him more, but somehow it also made me hate him.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got War Dogs, Limitless.
Limitless.
Have
you seen Limitless?
I haven't seen that.
Oh, you would love Limitless, dude. You really would. He takes these pills, and they makes everything slow down. He sees everything super clearly. He becomes like this rich tycoon.
Dude, that's one of the superpowers we've talked about. I feel like that's another movie we wrote 15 years ago.
We probably did, yeah.
When we were conceiving of superpowers.
But yeah, Bradley Cooper. He reminds me of remember Zach Jones?
Was he an actor?
My Tulsa Talons friend in Tulsa.
Oh, Zach Jones, yeah. Yes.
He could be.
And I hated him too. I
know, he could be Bradley Cooper's stunt double.
He could. He was a handsome devil.
Yeah.
He just needed a little bit of a beard. He probably has one. He probably has one now. It's probably gorgeous.
Yeah, I still keep in touch with him every once in a while. But anyway, was that all you're going to say about that movie?
Yep. Bohemian Rhapsody. Do you want to go there?
Bohemian Rhapsody is a great movie.
I mean, didn't clean up at whatever the.
I didn't pay attention, but it's a great movie, man. And the last scene of them, is them playing at Live Aid in like the mid '80s, when there was that We Are the World and all that for Ethiopia, for Africa. They do the concert that they do, and it's, you know, that they choreograph at Wembley Stadium, is, if you watch the YouTube video of Queen doing it, it's choreographed. It's exactly the same thing, down to like little hand motions, and it's so cool to watch the last one and then watch the YouTube of them actually performing during that. But it's a powerful movie, man, you know, because it's about Freddie Mercury, who he is and why he is who he is, and what kind of guy he was, and just a passionate, amazing artist, you know, just to come out, and how they came up with that song Bohemian Rhapsody is just so cool to watch them put that whole thing together, you know, because that was their producer wouldn't put it out because it was over 6 minutes long, and they didn't think any radio station would play it. And so it was a big controversy as to whether or not that song was going to even be put out there. But it's what made them who they are, you know. For us, looking backward, it was a cool movie. And the guy
the best. Oh, good.
The guy that played him is amazing. That I forget the actor's name, but he did a fantastic job. So another
all the
one.
best songs like 6 minutes long though, like really, you know.
Yeah.
American Pie, that's got to be 6 minutes. I was listening to "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd last night.
Yeah.
You know, it's like almost 6 minutes.
Yeah, there's some Frampton songs that are.
Rami Malek.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time.